What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Loud Spot. We had audio issues before. We got Evan and Jonathan back here. We are going to do a take two of this interview with Kingdom Collapse. But first, this short intro.
Oh no! Oh boy! Here it comes! The motherfucking Loud Spot!
All right. Jonathan, are you with us today?
Yes, I am.
Oh, so much better.
Hopefully this time will work out a little better.
This sounds super great. So I don't know some of the questions I asked or Evan asked that we could really hear. So go back. I do want to touch bases on some of the other questions that we asked. I do think it's important because this is going to go on YouTube to go back and talk about when the band started and what you guys are doing now and the quick progress you made in just really a few short years.
Yeah. So we started playing live in 2018. We started writing the year before that, but started playing live in 2018. Started playing a lot of shows. We released a couple singles that year, and then later in that year released an EP. And then the next year we released a couple singles. The last one of that year was Payback, which was our first to get on Octane, and that really took things up a notch from there. And then we've been just trying to make the most of all the momentum over the last couple of years.
How did Octane pick you guys up? Is it like a pay-to-play kind of deal on Octane, or just someone just likes you and they're like, we got to get these guys playing?
Octane is not a pay-to-play.
Okay.
I'm sure there's people out there that try to get in the middle and say it is, you know. There's been people that have. But no, it's not. They have to really like it. I mean, anything that plays on Octane has to meet a certain level of, you know, production quality, blah blah blah, professional. Like, you know, as far as the standard's high, right? So
yeah. I mean, it's its own brand. So you're
right.
representing Octane when your music goes
right.
up there.
Because they're known as like the top dog, you know what I mean? So it's like within rock, you know. So I think that in and of itself is the hard part, is like, you know, especially if you're an independent band and all of that, it's like to get on there, you know, it's a big deal.
You know, I didn't realize it till I started the podcast. Octane is an American thing. Like, they don't have this shit in fucking Europe, dude. Like,
yeah, it's just like a North America.
Yeah, I was like, you're making me play on Octane? They're like, you know, is your goal to be on Octane? What's Octane? I was like,
what's Octane?
What do you mean, what's Octane? Sirius XM, man. And I don't know, but I mean, they gotta have satellite radio, I would assume, also in Europe. Yeah. I don't know if it's just different stations, I guess, instead of the American ones. I just assumed it was worldwide, but apparently it's not.
No, it's not. But we do have some fans in the UK that, like, it's crazy, man. Like, they'll send out like Octane requests on Twitter, like, but they're like from England, and they do it just to push the band. But like, it's awesome, like, to see that happen, and then like they can't even enjoy it.
Right,
you know what I mean? But it's like, it's cool though.
Yeah, that's when you know you've resonated with somebody.
Right.
When they're willing to go out of their way when they can't even enjoy the fruits of their labor.
Yeah, it's like, dude, that's so crazy. And like the amount of support we get, you know, where it's like, you know, selfless like that. It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Who told you when you first were being played on Octane? Did they tell you were going to be on Octane, or did like someone hear it and let you know?
So let me go back. So I believe that they scheduled it for our release day. It was Payback. It was like in October of 2019. They let us know, hey, we're going to play it. But I mean, it's very, you know, it's like,
when?
I don't know, like,
what
they don't really say much. Like, they say like, we're going to play it, but it's very like, you know what I mean? So like, we're like, hell yeah, you know, the whole thing, and went on Facebook Live to catch it, and like, it was a big moment. It was a big proud moment, you know.
Awesome.
Yeah, dude. If it was me, I'd be breaking out the champagne bottles, dude. Like at that point, I'm like, I made it. Even if I didn't make it in my head, I'm like, mic drop, fucking done. I'm on Octane. I quit. I retire right now. Retire on a good note.
Yep.
That's it.
That's definitely something I would do. Okay, so you guys were big in 2020 on Octane, and new song Unbreakable is played on Sirius XM right now, right?
Yes, Unbreakable is our third single on Octane. And as of this week, it was already on the top 15, Biggins countdown on there.
Oh, wow.
So it's doing good, man. It's doing
So-
good, and we're stoked to kind of be soaking all that up.
Yeah, so I had asked you earlier about like the messaging in the song, like where that comes from. Does it come and then you start writing in it? Do you guys have a principal songwriter in the band who just writes hits, or is that like a collaborative thing where you're like, I got the golden voice, help me out?
It's one of those things where the band, how it originally started, I started writing for a project from an old band that I had all this material, but I didn't have a project for it.
Mm-hmm.
So that was kind of how this thing was, how it came to life and how it was born. But, with the lineup we have with David Work on guitar, Aaron on bass, Elijah on drums, like they all kick ass at what they do. And
Yeah,
where
it sounds
it's
like
grown to be more of a group effort over time. Mm-hmm. But, a lot of the initial writing and demoing is me. And then I kind of take it to them and I'm like, like maybe drums, you can, spice it up a little bit, and throw some fills in and do this here. Like, oh, this would be cool right here. But the initial thing usually comes from me, and then we kind of finish it off. So
Awesome.
Do you guys plan on doing a lot of touring now that a lot like venues have opened back up and you can get out there? And you had a great year in 2020 for not being able to tour. You guys had an awesome year. So just 2021 and into 2022, I could just imagine you guys are doing a really big push for your new songs that are out now and that are coming out soon.
Yeah, so we actually recently partnered with a booking agent from Dynamic Talent. They used to be called Artery Global. And basically, he's working on a lot of big stuff for us in the fall, and obviously, towards the new year, festivals, blah, blah, blah. But he's got a lot of cool stuff that I can't say yet, but we're looking to get on the road. The what?
I said they can never say it. Man, I can't say it yet.
Yeah, because they're working out the details, right? But our goal is to get back out on the road full time. Like now that COVID's,
subsided
for the most part over. Like I know there's like some resurgence or whatever, but now that shows are back, we're looking to really like get the ball rolling again. Like let's go. So
Right.
Evan, you got anything before I play the song?
Before you play the song, no, I just wanted to give a shout out to, it didn't get on this one, Kingdom Collapse Army. We talked earlier about street team, fans, getting to know your fans and really making it personal. Because this is going up separate, I think people should know, if you like what you're going to hear and you like what Jonathan's been saying, check out their fan group for Kingdom Collapse Army, and get plugged in.
And that's on Facebook.
And I do want to say also thank you, Jonathan, for being such a good sport. And we had some, audio issues before, and you stuck with us. We wanted going back live again. I didn't really want to, but then I did want to. It's one thing when you really like a band and you like the people that you're interviewing, and you want to put them on a platform. So I appreciate you joining us and staying with us and figuring out the whole audio issue.
Oh yeah, no, I'm sorry. Like I don't know where it was coming from, but I like the show and I'm stoked to be on.
Dude, I appreciate it. Let's jam the song right now. Unbreakable came out just at the end of June. This is a great song. After we play this song, I do want to go back and talk about your touring with Saliva and some other things we got going on. So here's the song right now, Unbreakable, Kingdom Collapse. Let's go.
just push me harder. But I'm not looking back because I've become unbreakable. I can feel myself coming alive because I will fight to overcome. Now that I am unbreakable. Every day I'm in a world that takes all of me. But I've been turning all my thoughts into the man you see. Who I've become because I've become unbreakable. I can feel myself coming alive 'cause I will fight to overcome. Now that I am unbreakable, I found the pain, I found the pain, I felt life slip through my hands. I felt the dirt, I felt the shame, but I'm not looking back 'cause I've become unbreakable. I can feel myself coming alive 'cause I will fight to overcome. Now that I am unbreakable, I can feel myself coming alive 'cause I will fight. Now that I am unbreakable, now that I am unbreakable.
I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. You know,
Wow.
I want to say before about an hour before the show started, Evan, was like, "Hey, I'm gonna be on," and I was like, "Yeah." And I went and listened to the song. I saw the music video, and I immediately got excited that Evan was gonna be on the show because once I heard that song, I knew that Evan was gonna love it. I knew it was like, damn. Yeah. And then Evan goes, "Should I do research on the band, before I come on?" And I was like, "Yeah, go ahead." But I really wanted to say no because I wanted to surprise him.
He should have said no.
I should have said no
'Cause-
on how great the song is.
Yeah. Oh my God. It's like total energy from beginning to end. The guitar work. I mean, the rhythm of everybody in there. It's just like constant driving forward, and then your vocals up and down. And it's like you didn't have to scream like what I typically like in hard rock or metal. It's like growling, but you didn't have to do that. And then at the end, when it's soaring over that last refrain, it's just back into the bounce. Yeah. And then it cuts out, and your voice has that little bit of a gate on it or some compression. I felt it. And then the video too, at the same time, like you've got all these people. It takes courage to like put your insecurities out there, things that you're struggling with and things that you're dealing with. Like, are those people in that video, are they part of like the Kingdom Collapse Army? Are they like the super fans that you interact with on a regular basis?
Oh yeah, that the Kingdom Collapse Army is where we went and we were like, guys, who wants to be a part of this? And we all met up, in San Antonio downtown, and we filmed that thing and had the vision for like, creating a sense of like community and the fact that no one is exempt from life, like throwing shit at you, you know what I mean? And really like embracing the fact that these things, make you stronger. And so the thing is, like, with that, there are so many like stories that have come out from fans since this song came out, and like during that whole process of people going through all kinds of things, from, like I was saying earlier, cancer to losing a loved one, financial things, any kind of health thing, and family stuff, and relationships and divorce and this and that and the
Yeah.
other, and it was very rewarding to see like this song had such a positive impact, or is having a positive impact, across the world, honestly, like,
You can
Yeah.
take that. It's sorry, Evan, but you can take that song and really relate it to any day struggle. Saying you're unbreakable, and that I'm sure you've reached a lot of people with the lyrics of that song. That has to feel good when people reach out to you, and say a lot of positive things. What are you
Yeah.
gonna say, Evan?
I was gonna say that sometimes bands will take a song and they'll go high concept with it. Like there was this song that just came out. I think it was Trivium, and they did like this whole like 8-minute epic, this video, and it's like the song's great, this video's cool, but I don't know where this is meshing here. And the way you guys, it was simple, it was you
Yeah.
and everybody bearing themselves. And I mean, like when the what was it, somebody put up shame,
Yeah.
failure, depression, like
Yeah.
I felt my hair stand up, and that's when I like really started connecting with it, because there have been points in my life where I have failed. I have failed the people I love. I failed at work, something or other, where I failed and then was just laden with shame. And that was all put on myself.
Quick
What?
shout out to Sandra Rivera, who gave the horns for that song. So right on.
Oh yeah.
Right on, Sandra.
So what I'm just saying is that song, you guys, I feel like you nailed that video. That, like back in the day of TRL, like even what was it, that late night metal shows on, like that should have been on then. It should be in regular
bring that
rotation,
back.
not just Octane. That's killer song, dude.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, it's very straightforward lyrically. I mean, I try to write about, real experiences in life. It's never really, I'm not really much of an abstract writer. That's never really been my thing. So it's pretty easy to grasp the message,
Yeah.
I can see why you guys are touring with Saliva. You guys definitely have a newer 2020, 21 sound, from Saliva came out early 2000s. But I can see why the two bands have toured together. And earlier on the previous show that we had, when we were having the sound issues, we talked a little bit about their drummer and how he gave you guys praise for covering that song Always.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So during that whole process, like we kind of got like the official blessing from them, and ended up, they had some, like, as far as like press and PR and articles, they had some quotes. Like Paul has since become, a good friend of us and the band, and that kind of kicked off of that friendship. So it was pretty cool to see that happen.
Yeah.
And also, the week before it released, they were playing San Antonio, and he was like, "Hey, let's hang at the show." Blah 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 blah. Well, fast forward to the night of the show, and I go up there and I sing the second half of Always with them on
Nice.
stage,
Wow, that's cool.
and that
Did you
was
catch that on
a
video?
big surreal moment. So
Did you catch that on video?
yes. I think it should be on Facebook or Instagram. Like it's everywhere. It was a cool moment, because it was one of those songs growing up. I was like, this is one of my like favorite like Saliva songs, and but I always just like jam it. But if you would have told me like, in 2020 or whatever, you'd be singing it on stage with them, what the fuck?
Did you scream
I would
this?
not-
I just can't live without you. Like scream that. I would have screamed.
Oh yeah, dude. Go check it out. Yeah, it
I
was that
love
exact
you.
line.
I hate you.
Yeah.
That is a good song. That's a great
dude,
song. That's
It's
a great.
like it just makes you feel it. Like it's just honesty.
Yeah,
When
totally.
you did, when you did the cover song, did you make it your own? Because with your guys' style of sound, I could hear it kind of sounding like the original. But did
Yeah.
you take it and make it, your own at the same time?
Yes and no. Like, I think naturally my voice is a little different from Josie's. But instrumentally, like, we liked the original. And it started as it wasn't going to be a legit release. I was just like covering that thing for fun.
Yeah.
right? And but then like COVID hit and all this stuff, and it's like maybe we should just put that out. Like, let's just put it out. Fuck it, like that kind of thing, right?
Yeah. Well, no, I liked it because I heard it, and then like you said, like your voice is different from Josie's, but like instead of like following it straight up, like you put your own like inflections
Inflection.
on the lines.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, you heard it? You heard it? You heard it, Evan?
Fuck yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, I heard it. You know what's gonna suck though? I'm gonna hear it and it's gonna be stuck in my head all night and probably until tomorrow. But I want to hear Kingdom Collapse version of it.
Yeah.
So that stays stuck in my head, man.
Well,
It's
back in
super
your
cool.
back in your system, the album that was from was like my anthem when it came out. I had just joined the military and I was all alone, and all I had was music. And that album came out, and it was front to back. I would just repeat.
Yep.
Yeah, Evan actually introduced me to rock music, by the way. I did not listen to rock music until I met him when I was 14 years old.
Yeah.
I listened to only rap music. He introduced me to like Sublime and some other bands, and now look, I do a rock and roll podcast. So, but hey,
Yeah,
Jonathan,
that's awesome.
yeah,
That's cool.
We're getting old, man. So
Yeah, 24 years,
yeah.
Wow.
25.
Yeah, 24, 25 years. Yeah, a long time.
Yeah.
I do want to ask you, are you guys planning on doing any European tours once things really open up, or is that something that you haven't talked about much yet?
As far as European tours,
Yeah.
so our booking agency is an international agency,
Okay.
except we're just waiting to the right time. We're dying to get over there. Our fan base is growing in the UK. I think our most streamed country is the US, and then right behind that is Germany. Germany, and then you got like UK, then you have Canada, Russia is up there. So I mean, it's growing around the world. But we're just waiting. I mean, it'd probably be like festivals at first when we go over there.
Yeah.
That's what I see happening. But obviously nothing confirmed yet, but I don't see it being too far out with how things are going here lately with Unbreakable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do want to say we got some people watching. If anyone wants to ask any questions, you can comment. I'll put them up on the screen. Knowing people don't really say things, they're like, I don't know. I don't want people to see I'm watching, But if you do have questions and you're watching, put it on the screen, and we'll ask Jonathan from Kingdom Collapse. Evan, do you have any final questions for him before we talk about his website, merch, and all that good stuff?
Yeah. Are you coming to Oklahoma? Like, what's the chances that we're going to get to see you?
We have played.
That's contagious, man. Don't be doing that.
Sorry. Okay.
We kept them up late.
Yeah.
No. It's only like what 9.
9:13. Yeah.
Yeah. So, we have played Oklahoma before. I think we played like the Railhead Saloon. That was like in where was that at?
Oh, I've never heard of that venue. Really?
It's like in West Oklahoma, somewhere over there. But we'll be coming back through there soon. We have a lot of dates where we go up to the Midwest from Texas. So like naturally, you go through Oklahoma or you go through like wherever. But we're working on some stuff that's going up to like Indiana and Missouri and Tennessee and stuff like that.
Evan, one thing you're going to know about Oklahoma, and you're going to realize it, is a lot of bands come through Oklahoma. We are like middle America. So when bands take that road trip across the United States, Oklahoma is not always, depending on where they go, but Oklahoma is typically a spot, either Oklahoma City or Tulsa, where a lot of bands do stop and will play. So being out here, you're going to get to see a lot of cool bands. Being in Dallas would be the same thing. Lots of bands play in Dallas,
Dallas is a big one.
Yeah, Railhead Saloon was in Lawton, right? Lawton.
Yeah.
Lawton, yeah. I've never been to Lawton, actually. Maybe I have once, but that's like, I don't go there. I live in Oklahoma City. Like, why am I going to go to Lawton?
It was funny. So we have a funny story. Like when we were on our way over there from, I think we played like San Angelo, Texas, and then we went up to Lawton, and we saw the flyer, like the venue shared a flyer, and there was another band, Kingdoms, like something Kingdom. Like it was just a weird coincidence that like it wasn't us, but it was something else. And we were like, I called her and I was like, dude, can you double check with the venue that like they know we're coming tonight? Like, it's like, did they get our name mixed up somewhere in the booking process? And like, and the lady answered that owns the place, and she's like, oh no, y'all are playing too. And it's like, so there's like two Kingdom bands just randomly playing together, like, and it ended up being really cool. But
Okay, cool. Yeah.
it was weird.
That would be a little bit strange with the two bands similar names playing one.
Yeah.
venue.
Which one are y'all again?
We're the good one.
Yeah.
We're the one that's played a lot.
I think the other band was like a Megadeth or Iron Maiden cover band. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm not gonna name the name, but yeah, it was.
Oh yeah, you had a light bulb moment just went off in your head. You like remembered the name real quick, and you're like, oh yeah, never mind. Not good.
Yeah. It was the Iron Maiden cover band.
Well, hey,
That's cool.
I wonder if they're from Lawton. There's actually a lot of bands in Lawton.
I think they were from Canada or something. They were on like
Really?
their bus broke down in Oklahoma. Like that day, I remember they were talking about it, and you could tell they just wanted to get back home.
Hey,
Wow.
They just wanted to get back to Canada, eh? So.
They missed the maple syrup and Canadian bacon.
All right.
Like what's in Canada?
There's more to Canada, all right? There's more to Canada than that. Okay, let's talk about, we're about to end the show, but I do want to talk about your merchandise. If you guys have a website and the best place maybe people can find your music. I know Apple, Spotify, all that good stuff, but website, merch, things like that.
Yeah, so we have our merch through Big Cartel, but if you go to kingdomcollapse.com, that'll send you to, our homepage, our bio, our store, our music, all our links. That's kind of home base right there. And then we have Facebook, Kingdom Collapse. We have the Kingdom Collapse Army on Facebook, which is a great place to get plugged in to kind of stay, up to speed on everything with the band. Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, like everything, every music distributor.
Everything. Yeah, everyone's on everything. I'm on everything also. Can you tell us a secret? And maybe you won't, but you might tell us a secret. What is your next big single that you plan on releasing? The name of it. The tough questions.
Well, okay, so
no one watches my show anyways. You're good.
I'm gonna share it into the army. So so we have Unbreakable doing its thing,
Right.
but we do have, as far as working our way into this upcoming album, which is actually our debut album.
Okay.
We have the next single in place.
David works at Don't Do It.
David Work. Hey, that's the guitarist. Yeah,
Oh,
that's the
there you
guitarist.
go.
Yeah, so
Don't do
he said,
it.
ha ha. Hey, David, use some grammar, dude. You can use some exclamation points.
Sandra's listening.
Sandra's
Yeah,
listening.
so he said, don't do it. So now I got to do it.
Now you gotta do it.
Yeah. David, cover your ears. Okay, so so we got Unbreakable. And then the next single that we're really stoked for that no one's heard yet is a song called Save Me From Myself. And it's
Cool.
It's about realizing your imperfections and the people close to you that you care about, or your loved ones. The thought of like wondering like, hey, regardless of my imperfections, are you still going to be there?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like, I hope I don't want to push you away, that kind of thing.
Right.
So,
Can you sing us the chorus real quick? I'm just kidding. Don't do that. No, David said heroes. I'm just joking, man. Thanks for sharing that with us. We're going to end the show. Like I said, check us out also. We're on Apple, Spotify, YouTube. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We love it. Go to www.theloudspot.net. We got merchandise on there. I did have something else to say. I forgot what it was at this point. Jonathan, thank you again for being on the show. Evan, I appreciate it. Evan, also, you should be back on Wednesday. Hopefully, Nonpoint's going to be with us on Wednesday night. It should be a super fun episode. And
Awesome.
we hope that goes well. And please go well. Please go well. All right, guys. You guys stay right there again. Let me play the outro song. And peace out.
This is the Loud Spot outro by Nothing Short of Tragic. Is this all talk with no action? No. Is this my thoughts with distraction? No. Is this what I bought that's in fashion? Or is this the Loud Spot with Sebastian? Yes. Does Nothing Short of Tragic have us back again? Yes. Does everything that's good really have to end? Yes. A pin post has to pin show, so to get more episodes, make an order, this is over.
Thanks for watching our video. Don't forget to click the like and share button.
Don't forget to go to our YouTube and subscribe.
If you want to listen to our audio and pick up some cool merch, go to www.theloudspot.net. Peace out, rock on, much love.